Here in my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini. It's pretty fun to drive up here in the Hollywood Hills. But you know what I like more than materialistic things? Knowledge.
Knowledge. It's again about the knowledge.
Knowledge.
Alright, we're all good? Okay. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to my WooTube channel. It's your favorite half Asian man, Brandon Woo, and today we are talking about Money Management 101. So basically, to be successful in life, you have to be able to manage your funds properly. You want to make sure that you're not spending too much money. You want to make sure you're putting money where it should be. So like investing, that's what I'm all about. That's what you should be all about. That's what we're here for. The first thing I recommend doing is creating a safety net for yourself. So I would recommend 3 to 6 months of your income should be stored away in a savings account that can be accessed easily at any point. The reason for this is in case there are any emergencies that life will throw your way, such as medical, just for insurance, auto, any sort of deal where there might be a problem and you need extra money, you already have it lying around waiting to be used. The second thing I recommend doing is paying off your debt after you have created that safety net for yourself. There are two main methods that people recommend doing for paying off your debts. The first is called the snowball method. Now, the snowball method is when you take all of your debts and you start paying off the smallest one first. That way, you're able to clear it out quicker and you start to build up momentum with it. So, it's say you have 5 debts, like 3 credit cards, a home mortgage, and student loan debt. First, you would take the credit cards and you would find whichever is the lowest amount and you just pay that off as much as you can. I also recommend paying more than the minimum. With credit cards, you should always be trying to pay them off in full anyways, but if there are debts that you have, it's recommended just pay as much as you can. The second way to pay off your debts is simply when you take all of your debts and you find the one that has the highest interest rate, at which point you want to pay off as much of that as you can whenever you can. The reason you pay off the highest debt first is that way when you are starting to pay it off, you are lowering the principal of how much they are going to be adding extra interest onto every year. So let's say you have student loan debts of like $30,000, and I actually don't even know what the current interest rate is. We should maybe look that up. But anyways, regardless, let's just say it's 20%. So they're tacking 20% of the $30,000 every year. What you do is when you're paying off that principal, the $30,000, and you're making it as small as you can, it's less that they're able to tack onto as interest. The third thing I recommend doing, and this is going to be the least popular thing aside from paying debts, is creating a budget for yourself. Most people are spending more money than they need to, or they don't even realize how much it is that they are spending. Now, there isn't one set way to create a budget for yourself. It can be different for every person. Some people are making more than others, so their budgets might be different compared to yours. A general rule that people tend to do for like a average household income is called the 50-30-20 rule. The 50-30-20 rule is simply 50% of your income that you were taking home is going to go towards your needs. So again, like mortgages, just regular payments that you need to make monthly, car insurance, food, gas, all that sort of stuff. The 30% is going to be going towards savings. So that way you were able to build up more of a safety net to make sure that in case of an emergency, you are well prepared. And finally, the 20 is going to be 20%. You can have it for anything that you would want. Let's say you want to get a cool new camera for yourself to up your YouTube game. I don't know. We already have a really cool camera. I don't know anything about cameras. Maybe you want to get yourself a cool water bottle with stickers. Hey, you got 20% of your income to do that with, baby. The fourth thing I recommend doing is investing into a retirement fund or like a Roth IRA, 401k, as I've talked about in a previous video. If you don't already know, typically, retirement funds are tax-advantaged accounts, meaning that depending on how you put it in, what sort of account you're putting it into, there are going to be different tax benefits. For instance, with a traditional IRA, you have the money when you put it in. You're not taxed at all. It's not taxed as it grows, but then it's taxed as you take it out, meaning that if you are in a higher tax bracket now than when you were going to retire, then you were going to be paying less in taxes overall. And then a Roth IRA, the other type of IRA, is simply, you are taxed when you put money in, but then it's not taxed as it grows, and it's not taxed when you take it out. So if you are in like my situation now, you know, you're working at Starbucks, for instance, and you're not making the millions that you plan to in a few years,
A small loan of $1 million.
putting money into this account now is a lot more beneficial because you're paying less in taxes. And then if you end up in a higher tax bracket when you retire, no taxes need to be paid.
Paid millions of dollars in taxes.
The fifth thing I recommend doing, my personal favorite, is investing in the stock market. It's just a simple way to make your money work for you. Typically, the market will have average returns of 7 to 10%. So if you were to simply just put all your money into a S&P 500 index fund, you are going to be following the general market trend, and you are making yourself some free money.
I like that.
And it's like all the financial gurus say, time in the market beats timing the market. And the sixth and final thing that I would recommend doing is just saving more money. You can add it to your emergency fund. You can invest in yourself. You know, you find a really cool guy who takes really cool photos, is your cameraman, edits your videos for you. You're like, hey, how about this? I give you some money. You help me create a business. And we just work ourselves out, you know? We invest in yourself. That's the most important thing for your mind, you know? You can learn new skills. Treat yourself if you want to, you know? You wanna go to McDonald's, go on a little run? You can go ahead and do that. Treat yourself.
3 words for you. Treat yourself.
But the most important thing is investing in yourself. Most of the time people are talking about, you know, learning new things, picking up new skills, reading more books, just getting more knowledge. If you made it to the end, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to smash that like button. And if you're not already subscribed, what are you doing? Subscribe. Please. Please subscribe. The second thing that I would recommend doing after you're creating that safety net is, oh man. Okay. All good?